Welcome back, guys. So I'm gonna do another makeup decluttering on hello, get out of the video. Anyway, so I'm gonna do a makeup decluttering on bronzers. So I have a few and I'm ready to get rid of some of the stuff that are here, and most of them I am going to keep because I really like them. So let's jump right into it. So the first one is this Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer in Hotel Heiress, and I really like this. I've been using it for the past month and it smells really good, so I'm gonna keep this one. And then these are the e.l.f. bronzers. I'm gonna show you right here. These are the e.l.f. bronzers, and so these are some e.l.f. bronzers that I have had for years, and this one was like a replacement that they sent me because the first one broke, but I got rid of that and then it came broke again when they sent it. So this one is in the shade Bora Bora, and this one is in the shade Saint Lucia. And I don't know, this doesn't have a little tag for me to read what's the name of it, but I'm pretty sure it's similar. So you could tell I've used this so much back then, and I haven't used this one because it's a little too dark for my taste, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. So I'm gonna put that to the side. And I also want to get rid of this as well because I have doubles, so I'm going to keep this one and just use it up because I really do like the shade Saint Lucia. I also have it in a duo palette, which I'm about to show you right now, so I'm going to keep that. And then I have these two from e.l.f. So this one is the contouring blush and bronzing cream, and this is the contouring blush and bronzing powder. So this one is Saint Lucia, and this one is also Saint Lucia. So I'm gonna show you right here. So you see, like, I've been using it quite often, and I'll go back to this. Like, this is like a go-to for me, and I'll go back to it when I do feel like having something light, like a light bronze on my face. And then this is the powder version, so I'm going to keep these and just use it up, but I don't think I'm gonna repurchase these. So I have two more from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. pressed mineral powder, and this one is in tan toffee. And the thing about this is that it doesn't apply evenly, and you do see a tiny little dent there. It doesn't apply evenly. I noticed that it would skip, and I tried even with a face powder first and then applying this, and then I tried it without the face powder. Also, it is very pigmented. Like, you need such a light hand to really apply this on your face. So I don't know, I'm gonna give it one more try, so I'm going to keep that. And I'm definitely going to keep this because I really do like this bronzer palette. And I mean, look at that. Like, I really like this shade a lot, and I also like to use this to just contour my nose, and I like to use this to bronze up my face. But this is like a light bronzer. This has shimmer in it, so I don't really go and reach for that, but this one is in Bronze Beauty, and I really like using this. So e.l.f. is very affordable, and you can find this pretty much everywhere, like Target, Walgreens, etc. So that's that. And then I have this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil medium deep, and I've had this for almost 2 years now, and this is like a little sample kind of size, but I really like this, and I did include this in a couple of my makeup tutorials, so I'm going to keep that. I have this Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush and Glow trio, and this is in Sunset Junction, and I did use this quite often, especially that highlight. That highlight's really nice, but I have a lot of highlighters and I don't reach for this as much. It's not a bad product, I just don't reach for it, so I'm going to give this away. Then I have the Betty Luminizer, and It's funny because I would never reach for this, but when I went to New York, I started using it a lot. So you can see I've been using it quite often, and I like it as for like a bronze glow. So I'm going to keep this, but I don't think I'm gonna repurchase that again. So then I have the City Color Be Matte Bronzer. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you watch my tutorials, you know that I've been using this a lot, and I include it in my makeup videos. So I'm going to keep this. This is in the shade Pecan Pie, and this is also a very affordable brand as well. And also from City Color Cosmetics, this is the Contour Effects, and it has all of these. It shows you like a chart on how to use the contour, bronze, and highlight shades, and I really like reaching for the bronze. I don't use the contour as often, but the bronze shade is really nice, and I would sometimes go in with this if I want like a really bright highlight and I want it to pick up more. I would use the highlight. So I'm going to keep this. Oh my god, I'm bad at this. Like, I'm keeping everything. So this one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche, and this one, I like this one as well, especially that highlight. You could tell like it's almost about to hit pan. It's dented, so I'm going to keep this. They have different shades, but this one suits me the most because I'm light, but I got a tan, so I don't know how this is gonna work out. Maybe in the winter time. This one is the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit in Fair, and I really like using this shade to bronze up my face. I like using this shade to contour my nose, and I like using this to contour my face. And I tried to use this, but it's not really all that great for me. I don't see what's the use for that. And then I like using this to clean up my lipsticks or anything like that, or to clean up my brows. So this kit is really great. It's a multi-purpose kit, so you can use this for pretty much anything. Also from Wet n Wild is this contour makeup stick, and this one is in the shade Oaks on You. And I used to use this a lot in the beginning of the year, but I had to switch out, you know, products so I could use other ones instead of focusing on the same one. But it's not a bad product. I really like it, so I'm going to keep this one from Wet n Wild. Then there's the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is the HD high concealer. This one is in the shade Espresso, and I mean, I don't use it as much, so I'm going to give this away because I have the Anastasia and also the e.l.f., so I'm going to give this away. And then I have the NYC Sun to Sun bronzing powder, and this one is in the shade Bronze Gold. And I mean, I don't reach for it as much. I used to use the other NYC bronzer, and I want to pick that one up again, and I heard they changed the formula, but I'm going to give this one away as well. Then there's this Physicians Formula. It's called the City Glow, and it's the Daily Deluxe Bronzer, and it has SPF 30, so I don't know how I feel about that. And you could tell I never used it. So, I mean, I kind of took out the glitter, but other than that, I never use it, so I'm going to give this away, of course. Then there's this BH Cosmetics Bombshell Bronzer in the shade Diva. Of course, you can tell it's been loved very much, so I'm going to keep this one and finish it up. And alongside with BH Cosmetics, I haven't used this yet, but I want to do a video on this. This is the BH Studio Pro Cream Contour Palette, and this is definitely going to be in my video soon, so I'm going to keep this and try it out and everything, so I'm going to keep that. Then of course I'm going to keep this as well, like there's no doubt about it. This is the highlight bronzer, the Digital Dust highlight and bronzer in Nova, and I've used this so many times. I love how this looks. It may look like it's a lot of shimmer, but it's not. because when you apply it on your face, it gives you that nice bronze. So I'm going to keep this one. Last but not least, I'm going to keep the Morphe palette. This is the 9C bronzer palette, and I really like this highlight shade. I was so surprised on how pigmented that highlight shade is, and I use this to contour my nose, and I use this as well to bronze up my face. But other than that, like, everything else is more on the taupey side, and the highlights are really good as well. I like using this a lot to highlight my under eyes. I did not do any progress. This is barely like me giving away the bronzer section, so this is what I'm going to give away, and I'm going to include it in this bag, this fossil bag. I already have some stuff in here, so I'm going to add this in here, and I'm going to give it away to family and friends. This is what I'm keeping, and I didn't do much progress on this, but I mean, I can't help it. They're so good. I love how they look on me, and I like how they apply and the finish of it, especially when you take photos. So I'm going to keep these. But that's all for the makeup decluttering for bronzers. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.